Whoa! Hello everybody, we are back again today live. We've got kind of a fun little thing to show off. It's not something we normally carry in the store, but it's pretty fun either way. These are some really delicious 1620 coconut shrimp. We just added these to our website. They're available in Minneapolis only right now, but we do have these. They're really beautiful. It's 3-pound box of coconut shrimp for $24.99 a pound. I'm going to show you how to not only cook these off, because they're great, but I'm going to show you how to kind of raid your pantry to make a nice, quick, sweet and sour sauce to go with these, which will be perfect. So these are super good. I've got my oil kind of heating up over here, and these cook up real fast. You can cook them from frozen, no problem. These ones are defrosted a little bit, but even right from frozen, they cook up in just a few minutes. So again, this is kind of a new product, you know, like we don't carry a lot of this kind of thing usually, but we figured right now is a nice, easy option for people. This is a great thing to do. Again, you get this nice 3-pound pack. They all come individually frozen like this, so you can take out as many as you need at a time to make for dinner, and then you just put the rest back in the freezer. And again, these will cook up right from frozen very, very easily. It's just a couple minutes per side. I've got a pan here with some oil that's heating up already. So very, very simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of these in the pan. I'm going to go ahead and check my oil temp. See how we're doing here. We're almost there. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. But then we're going to go through and again kind of raid our pantry to make a really cool dipping sauce to go along with this. And you can do a lot of different variations on this. It's very easy to do, and you probably got things in your fridge or in your pantry that you could pull to put this together. Again, it's very, very simple, very, very easy, but just really delicious. These are really, really good. And they're a nice big shrimp. They're butterfly thin, so again, they cook up pretty quickly. Does not take long to do, especially once your oil gets hot, which I'm just kind of waiting to gauge here and wait for this to come up to temperature. So super, super simple. Again, this is something new. Again, we don't generally carry this kind of thing, and we have some other coconut shrimp recipes on our website. But if you're looking for a quick, fast dinner, a few nights a week, this is perfect. And again, this will feed a lot of people. This is a lot of shrimp, so really, really good. Looks like my oil's starting to do pretty good here. So I'm going to go ahead and just start dropping my shrimp. Again, these are all ready to go. So I'm just going to get them in the oil and get them frying. And I'm going to do them in batches. But again, they go pretty quickly. So I'm just going to get them in the oil. And remember, anytime you're frying, we're looking for like a 350-degree oil temperature. And we never want to fill our frying vessel more than halfway. Again, do not fill your pan more than halfway with oil. All right. So those are going to be good and fry. So we're going to get those going. And while those cook, I'm going to put together, again, like a really nice sauce that's going to go really, really well with these. It's very, very easy. And you can just use, again, a lot of different pantry ingredients. So it's very easy to do. What I'm going to start with is I've got a little bit of this mango chutney here. This is great. This is a product that we sell. It's just a very nice kind of sweet, sticky, jammy sort of chutney, which will be perfect for this. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this as my base. Now at home, say you don't have this and you want to make it, you could use any kind of like orange marmalade that you might have, or really any kind of jam. You know, I think a citrus would work best for this type of thing, but if you don't have that, you could use a raspberry or a strawberry or even grape as your base. Again, we're just looking for that kind of sweet and sticky sort of thing. So I'm going to start with this, and this would be great on its own. This would probably work very well, but again, it's a little bit thick, so I want to thin it out a little bit, make it a little bit more dipping sauce consistency. So I'm going to add a little rice wine vinegar. This is actually seasoned rice wine vinegar, so if you're making sushi at home and you have this on hand, this is a great alternate use for that. This is also sweetened with a little salt and a little bit of sugar. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of stir this all together. And this is going to help thin it out, and it's going to add a little bit of an acidity to it, which is nice. This acidity is going to cut through kind of some of that richness of the shrimp. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball this here. Add a little bit more. Again, I really want that whole sweet and sour thing in effect, which is gonna be really, really nice. Let's see, there are questions here, love this. We're doing coconut shrimp today. Now again, this is a ready-to-go coconut shrimp, which again, typically is not something we generally carry in the stores, but for right now, we thought it'd be a really nice, easy way to make some quick weeknight dinners. So again, super easy. This is a 3-pound box. They're a 16-20 shrimp, and it's only $24.99 for the box, so pretty cheap. So here I've got some pickled ginger. Again, if you're making sushi at home or you've got some pickled ginger on hand, I'm gonna add just a little bit of this liquid, just to add a little bit of ginger flavor. This will add a little bit of heat too, just a little bit. If you don't have this, it's not a problem. Again, the nice thing about sauces like this is that if you don't have some of the ingredients, it's fine. You can kind of custom make it to what you want. So again, if you just had the vinegar and the jam, you'd be good. And again, you can use any kind of jelly or jam that you have on hand. It really doesn't matter too much. But I happen to have quite a few different things here. So I'm gonna add a little bit of heat to this with a little gochujang. This is a Korean chili paste. This has got a nice little heat to it. This will also add some color. So again, this is really nice stuff. And I'm gonna mix this just into like a tablespoon into my mix. I'm gonna check my shrimp, see how we're doing here. It's cooked along nicely. It smells great. That coconut is really aerosolizing and filling the air with all that beautiful coconut smell, which is awesome. So I'm just gonna work this gochujang into the mixture. And you see it's gonna turn it this nice kind of red color, which is beautiful. And this is just gonna be sticky, sweet, sour, a little bit spicy, kind of give you that whole range of flavors, which go just really well with something like coconut shrimp. Again, people tend to love coconut shrimp. We get asked about it a lot. And this is just a really easy way to kind of go about doing that. So I've got that all set up. And what I'm gonna do next is add just a little bit of lime juice to this to kind of freshen it up. Again, if you don't have a fresh lime around, it's fine. A lemon would work, or if you don't have it at all, it's fine. You've already got the vinegar in there, so it's already got the acidity. But we're just kind of using what we have on hand to build something really nice. Again, sweet, sour, sticky, and just really perfect for these shrimp. So again, we've got a pretty nice base going on here. This will make a really very, very beautiful, again, sweet, sticky type of sauce for a coconut shrimp is really perfect. So, last thing I'm gonna add is one of my favorite ingredients. I know you've all seen me use this a million times, but this chili oil is awesome. And we've already got the gochujang in there, which is gonna give us a little bit of heat, but I'm gonna add some of this chili oil too, just to give it a different kind of heat. This is a little bit warmer, a little less spicy, but really nice in this kind of thing. Now again, if you just had some regular old jelly at home, again, a citrus base would work better, like orange marmalade or something, but anything will really work. A little rice wine vinegar or cider vinegar would also work if that's all you have, that would be fine. Even a white distilled vinegar, just a little bit of that would be nice. And some hot sauce. If you had some sriracha laying around, that would be good. I'm gonna go ahead and start flipping these. They're starting to get nice and golden brown. Again, cooks up pretty quick. And yeah, this is looking great. This is looking really good. So we just want that nice golden brown color on the outside. And by the time it's golden brown on the outside, that shrimp is gonna be cooked straight through. So you don't really have to worry too much about that. Okay, so I've got all my ingredients kind of in place here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a taste, see if I want to adjust. Wow, this is really good. It's got that nice, sweet, sour heat. It's got that sweetness and that stickiness from the mango chutney. And it's got that heat. It's a very warming kind of heat that slowly sort of comes over you from the gochujang and that sesame oil. And the sesame oil gives it a little bit of that nuttiness too. So again, we've kind of got all of our flavor profiles working here in all the ways that we want, which is great. The shrimp is getting near done. So again, anytime we're frying anything, we want to have a plate with a paper towel ready to go. Just gonna give these just a few more minutes, or another minute maybe, and it'll be good to go. So really nice. Again, this is some really delicious coconut shrimp. I cannot explain the smell in here. It is outrageously good. And I've got a little cilantro here that I'll use for garnish. You could throw some of this into your sauce as well. That would be totally fine. But I'm just going to use it as a little bit of a garnish on my shrimp. So I'm going to just pick a few leaves, put this back on, and give this kind of rough chop. Really nice. You don't have to get too fancy here. You can leave it pretty rough chop. Just sort of all depends. If you don't like cilantro, do not use cilantro. Again, this is just garnish, so we can do this however we want. This is your coconut shrimp. You do with it what you want. I'm just giving you some ideas. So these looking great. So go ahead, remove these from the oil, let that excess oil drain off while we go ahead and do our next batch. Again, so good. Look at these. Tell me you don't want to eat those. These are so delicious. The staff has been really pretty fired up about these. Again, it's not something we normally carry, but it just works so good. And again, they come like this. We show you the box here. You can see they're all individually frozen, ready to go. And the shrimp is raw again. These are not pre-cooked shrimp, which is nice. A lot of these things that you get will come kind of pre-cooked, meant to kind of just throw in the oven and warm through, but then you can't get them quite as crispy as you want unless you wind up overcooking the shrimp, which you don't want to do either. So again, the fact that these are actually raw to begin with is fantastic. Love it so much, so good. And this oil is hotter now, so these are going to start frying up a bit faster. Again, if you overload your pan, you are going to drop the temperature of the oil, and it will take a little bit longer to come back up to temp, but it's not super bad. Again, it goes pretty quick. On these ones that have come out, again, as soon as they're out of the fryer, we want to try to season them with salt. That's going to help that salt adhere to the outside, and just absolutely beautiful. This is super simple. So if you have any questions on this, again, feel free to ask, feel free to hit me up, or any cooking questions in general, I am happy to answer right now. That's one of the reasons we're doing this, is just to spend some time cooking, having some fun. Uh-oh. It looks like my canister ran out, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick canister change out, which will just take me a quick second. I've got more at the ready. There we go. Technical difficulties of going live. There we go, we're back to it. Over fire. So, we're all good there. And again, while this comes back, I'm going to go ahead and just cut some lime wedges, again, that we're going to use for garnishes. Because it's nice to have a little fresh lime, again, with the coconut shrimp. So we're just getting everything kind of prepped and ready to go while these shrimp fry off. Again, very, very easy, very nice to do. Super good. We've got our spicy sweet and sour sauce, which I'm going to transfer to a more suitable container for service. Right in there like so. Perfect. Again, I can't think of a better, nice, quick weeknight dinner than something like this, where it's just a really simple pantry sauce. Just throw some shrimp in some oil, fry it off really quick. So easy to do. Really, really good. Of course, if you wanted to make your own coconut shrimp, be my guest. And you can absolutely do that. Making coconut shrimp is pretty easy to do. In fact, I do a few different techniques. You could definitely do the mix your coconut and your panko breadcrumbs together, dip the shrimp in flour, egg wash, and then the coconut and bread mixture, and then you basically got exactly this. Another thing I've done before is I've made like a beer batter, which I've tossed a bunch of coconut into. So I make like a beer battered coconut shrimp, a little bit of a hybrid, and then you can dip the shrimp in the batter right into the oil. Again, very easy to do, doesn't take very long at all, either way. And again, these are nice, they're all done for you, ready to go. And again, they come in this nice pack that's easy to use. Again, you just pull out however many shrimp you need for the night, put it back in the box, or if you just want to eat all 3 pounds, I'm not going to come to your house and judge you. Eat all 3 pounds. That's probably what I would do. I could eat these all the time. They're so good. I tried them for the first time yesterday, and I thought they were amazing. So, pretty stoked about this. Really good. Let's see, what I'm going to do here. We've got another tray for when we're ready to serve. So we'll just go ahead and put our dipping sauce on that platter there. And let's check, see how our shrimps are doing. Need a little bit more to go. That was coming back up to temp a little bit after we swapped out the canister. So we're doing pretty good there. Otherwise, yeah, we got a lot of other cool specials this week as well. Again, this is just kind of a new product we wanted to show off for the time being. But we've also got our beautiful Shoreline Wild Coho salmon available this week, which is really awesome. For those of you in the know, Thursday is Salmon Day, 20% off all salmon. So we've got that going on. We've also got some really beautiful tilapia this week from a company called Regal Springs. It's not only gorgeous quality, I know there's always a lot of questions on tilapia. Some people are very nervous about it because you've seen a lot of stories and things. This is great. This is a company, they raise them down in a big lake in Honduras. It's very, very clean, very, very sustainable, and just super delicious. So again, it's kind of a special tilapia, but we've got that on feature for $5.99 a pound this week. So really good deal on that. And tilapia is great for doing like fish tacos, fish cakes, anything you're gonna like really heavily season or do a lot to. Tilapia is kind of a great vessel for that. Because again, it is inexpensive, it's not the most flavorful fish, so it can take a lot of additional flavors. But you also, you don't want to be using really expensive halibut for something like that. You're not going to be wanting to grind up halibut into fish cakes. You know, it's kind of a waste of that beautiful fish. Unless you've got some halibut that you really need to use up. It's just not worth it. So use something like tilapia. I do a really nice tilapia, almost Thai style fish cake, where I kind of pulse the fish in a blender a little bit. I like to leave it a little bit chunky, but enough to bind together. And then I'll throw in some onions and some scallions, a little bit of ginger. And I'll do it with a sauce almost similar to this one. Again, just a really simple, sweet and sour kind of pantry sauce. Really good. Just super delicious. These are almost done here. Coming along very, very nicely. Again, the smell of that toasting coconut and that oil, the frying coconut is just wild. It smells so, so good. Cannot stress enough how beautiful that smells. So, this one's good to go. Oh yeah. It's looking great. Looking so good. I'm going to give the tops of these just another fry, because I think the oil is a little closer to where I want it to be now. Just gorgeous. And they get so nice and crispy. Just really, really, really good. Ah, so delicious. Again, we're just draining off that excess oil here. And I'm going to re-season the ones that I haven't seasoned yet already with my salts. Again, we want that salt to stick and adhere. So really nice. I'll throw another batch in, and then we'll start plating up a bit here. And I'll show you how I like to do this. Oh yeah, there we go. Real good here. Rid of this layer. And again, once you get going, you start frying up real quick. Again, we kind of had a canister malfunction that ran out, so I had to sort of start, not quite over, but There we go. This is looking good, 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 good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just taking my shrimp and I've got my sauce container here, and I'm just going to start building out from my sauce. I'm going to make a nice, just big old platter of coconut shrimp. This is going to be delicious. These ones in here are almost ready to flip already. Perfect. It's exactly what we want. Oh yeah. If the oil feels like it's getting too hot on you, definitely feel free to turn down the heat a bit if you need. Not a problem. This is looking good. Move this off to the side. Do you have any questions here today? Any cooking instructions with the things you buy at Coastal? Yeah, I mean, we'll always try to give you tips and suggestions if you need when you come to the store. Ask the fishmongers. Everybody here really likes to cook a lot, and they love experimenting with the new products and things that we get. So they're always happy to tell you. Or you can reach out to me on Facebook, and I'm happy to try to answer some of those as well. We have all kinds of recipes and stuff on our website. We've got our YouTube channel where we've got a bunch of different videos up there on how to do different things. Plus, I post these videos to YouTube once I'm done with them. So as soon as we're done here, I'll go back, I'll download this video from Facebook, and I'll re-upload it to YouTube. So it's there for you. We try to keep all those resources available because we realize that when it comes to cooking fish and seafood, a lot of people are very afraid to do it. We don't want you to be afraid. It's easy to cook. In fact, seafood is almost easier to cook than any other protein. But people get very, very scared because, again, it can be a little expensive, so there's that. But it really isn't hard. And it's so delicious that it's really worth just absolutely doing and giving a try. Again, it's not hard. If you were making, again, coconut shrimp from scratch, it doesn't take much longer than these. These just happen to be a really nice shrimp. They come, again, pre-breaded, ready to go, so this is just a nice little treat that we've got in the shop for the time being. Really nice product, so if you've got nice product, why not use it? Save yourself a little bit of time. I know we all kind of have a lot of time right now, but instead of standing in front of a stove all day or like doing all kinds of labor-intensive stuff every night of the week, you can buy yourself a little bit of time and spend more time with your family doing, more fun stuff. Playing some games, listening to some music. Not that, usually when I'm at home I like to listen to music when I cook. But yeah, all of that, super, super nice. So sometimes quick meals like this are really a good way to go. And these are all looking perfect. Move them from oils. Get one more batch going here. And then we'll get all plated, and we will have ourselves a beautiful platter of coconut shrimp. This would also be good if you were doing any kind of celebration. This makes a nice little appetizer platter. I know we're all kind of avoiding each other right now, which is good. But just for your family, you could just do this and put out a big old platter of coconut shrimp and have a good old time. I know I will probably be getting one of these for myself because they really are good. All right, so those are frying off. Again, we want to hit these with our salt, and then we'll go ahead and add them to our ever-growing platter of coconut shrimp. And again, I'm just sort of building these out from the sauce. Nothing complicated. And then with the other ones, we'll just build up and fill in some gaps. So again, pretty easy here. Filled out, so I got a little bit of spot open here, so I'll go ahead and add one there. Again, so easy to do, so easy to make. Really, really good. These are frying up beautifully. You got any other questions today? Please check the videos. Also, if you have requests for certain things, we'd love to take requests. You know, we've done a few videos, these Facebook Lives, based off of suggestions that we've gotten, and I would love to do that. So if you have ideas, please throw those at us. I know somebody requested doing a fish boil recently, so I've got that on the agenda to do soon. The po' boys we did a couple weeks ago, that was by request. We're gonna keep on doing it, keep on pumping it out. So again, if you've got something that you want to see done that you're always curious about, feel free, let me know. And I will happily try to build that and put that together for you. Again, we want to show you how to do it. There's no point in being afraid of cooking seafood. There's so many great options out there. I know that seafood, there's a lot of questions that people have in terms of, one, just being afraid to cook it, but sustainability questions, things like that, and we're always happy to answer those for you as well. We work really hard to make sure that we're sourcing really nice, sustainable products wherever possible, and we go to some pretty severe lengths to get some of this stuff. So again, we're always happy to do that. So please, please, please ask, and we will. There's nothing more we love here than talking about fish all day. That's why we all work here, and it's super fun. And there's just a lot to talk about, so we're always happy to dig in, dive deep, and have those types of discussions with you. And again, if you just want to even shoot me a Facebook message about it, you can do that. I'm the one who answers all of those, so I'm happy to go through any of that information with you. Same with Instagram. Check our Instagram if you're not following us there yet. We put a lot of cool stuff up there too. In fact, I just put up a video this morning that I made yesterday of me frying off a bunch of these shrimp. That's just kind of a fun little video. But we figured we'd go a little bit more in depth with it today and really walk you through the process. Plus, I really love these coconut shrimp, and the smell of that coconut I could do every day. It just smells amazing. So, so, so good. And again, we've got ourselves a pretty nice looking platter going on here. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. These are better than you'll get in most places. Wipe down my platter a little bit for presentation's sake. Oh, this looks so good. It smells so amazing. I wish you all could smell this stuff. It's fantastic. All right. So this last batch is just about done here. That's not really my last batch, but this is the last batch that we'll focus on. Yeah, so again, lots of cool stuff this week. And in addition to the shoreline wild coho and the tilapia, we've also got little neck clams on feature. Those have been ridiculously popular. Price is down to $4.99 a pound, which is great. Also, if you participate in our giveaways at all, we're giving away 2 pounds of little neck clams this week. So go like, comment, and share that post, which would be the post right before this one on Facebook. So definitely check that out. I mean, free clams, it's hard to go wrong, especially when they're as beautiful as they are. When we did a clam video, I think it was on Monday, so there's a recipe up there for the clams, which is really nice. And since we did that video, we've been selling not only a lot of clams, but also the Iberico ham that I used with that, which we do have. Again, really good. These are looking nice. Move these from the pan, and then I'll get them seasoned with salt, and we will be good to rock and roll. Look at those. Perfect golden brown. Oh, that sweet smell of that coconut is fabulous. Just perfect. Again, hit this with a little bit more salt. Fantastic. And perfect. Throw in just the last few of these shrimps. And then I will finish my plating, and we will be good to go. So again, any questions, things like that, please feel free to hit me up. There's nothing more I love talking about food, especially right now. It's a good time to take your mind off some other things and have some fun. So, all right. Those are good. Cooking. Ooh. Making a mess. Sometimes that's what happens when you're working in the kitchen though. Try to keep as clean as possible. All right. So again, I'm just gonna kind of build up around here. Fill in any gaps. Make this nice, just lush platter. This is looking perfect. Great. So we're good here. And again, just gonna wipe down my platter just a bit. We want to make this as beautiful as possible. It's gone through the effort of frying all these gorgeous shrimp up. And let's just hit this with a little bit of fresh cilantro on top, a little greenery, and then we'll add some limes right around the sauce, and we'll do a couple on this end too. Really, really nice. And then let's do one little final touch. I always like to do this when I'm playing with my chili oil, is I like to just go around the rim of my serving platter and just do a few beads of this. It just really helps the colors sort of pop. Beautiful. Here we go, friends. One nice, beautiful platter of sweet and sour coconut shrimp with a little Pantry sweet and sour sauce. Really nice. Let's show you that sauce there. Not spill it. See, really good stuff. So easy to do. Beautiful. So, again, if you have any other questions, things like that, please feel free to ask. If you have any requests for recipes, hit me up with those. I'm always looking for some fun ideas. You know, I try to keep it fresh as much as possible. Again, today we've got these coconut shrimp available online, 3-pound pack, $24.99 each. So really good deal. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in again this week, today. We really appreciate it. If you have questions, requests, any of that stuff, hit me up. Happy to answer. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow with something fun and new, and we will talk to you then. Be safe. Have fun.